I have this reoccurring problem with my business. Somebody will tell me about a cool thing, and I'm over here in the AI automations by Jack, and one of the members here said there is a tool. There is a tool that I can use. It's a third-party Android app called Tasker, and so I'm getting a little old, and I don't remember everything people tell me anymore. So I want to take this Tasker thing and feed it into a Slack channel and have AI do research on it and then save it to my Evernote, which is my second brain. That's where I remember everything. I put it there. So I'm going to build this in front of you. I haven't built it before. We're just going to do a cold raw build here. So right here is we're going to start with a Slack module. All right, new event. I want an instant event. And then I'm going to go over here to Slack. And I have a special channel that's just for me, just for my use, called Weblytica Tools. Weblytica is my company name. So I'm going to create one that says, actually I already have one here, Second Brain Save Website. I haven't used this in a while. I don't have anything running. So I'm going to use that one where I can type in a website. Let's see if I can rename that. How do I rename in Slack? Edit, Second Brain, Save, Website, Software. Just so it's clear, because I might hear about software or whatever. So, all right. So I'm gonna type in what it is we're gonna be watching for. So let me slide this out of the way. We're going to add a webhook here. We're going to say Second Brain Save Website Software. All right, so event type is going to be a new private channel message. This is a private channel. And I want the right channel here. And then I'm going to do Second Brain right there. Save. And hit OK. All right, we're going to run this, and let's go back to Slack here, and we're going to say Tasker Android app. We need to give it enough information so we can find it. So, wow, did it do it that fast? Oh, that's a name change. Let's try this again. Copy that. This should be immediate. I'm going to save and refresh here just to make sure. All right, let's go back in here. Sometimes you have to refresh new webhooks. It's not working. Let's do this. Since this is not going to be a huge thing, I'm going to do is Slack, and I'm going to watch private channel messages. And Weblytica Tools, and the private channel is going to be Second Brain, and I don't want to limit. There's no reason to do a limit. I might put 30 of these in, or 10 of these. All right, so we're going to do this. So, okay, so this is going to be a timed thing that's going to check for things. All right, so there's my options. So let's save this. I'm just going to run this. I'm going to change my scheduling so I don't forget. Every day at, let's do 5 p.m. Let's do 6 p.m. So anything I put in during the day will get captured. So let's run this. Oh, let's see. All right, it's not empty. There we go. Now let's run this. All right, let's see. There's our text. Tasker Android app. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to do some web research. Perplexity is the absolute best web research because it can actually search the web and bring stuff back that's current. Okay, so I'm going to say add items. The role is going to be user. Please research this term and bring back relevant details explaining what it is, what it's used for, and other relevant details. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do big colon. I'm going to do my text right here. Okay. All right. Let's do that. All right. Let's choose where to start, and let's go back and choose that one. I only want to choose one because it's going to run 20 now, so I don't want to run all 3 of these. So I'm just going to choose one. Run. Choices, message, tasker, isn't it? All right. Yes. All right. So that's what I wanted. Oh, let's see. I want the URL. Let's see. Let's try this. Also include the most relevant website link for related to this term, and place that URL at the top of your response. I just want to see. I want to put the URL first, and then the stuff. Let's see if Perplexity can do that. Choose where to start. Choose manually. All right, let's run that. Let's see what we get. All right, did we get the URL at the top? Message contains. No, we didn't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask it for that separately. Clone. Because I did that in testing and it worked. So okay. All right. What is the most relevant website link for this term if I want to learn more? All right, so hit OK. I'm gonna rename this research. I'm gonna rename this get URL. All right, save. Let's right click, choose where to start, choose manually. I really want that URL separate, and so I can get. So if I ever look at this up in Evernote, I'm going to be able to go, oh great, let me click on this link. Let me see if this gives us a URL. All right. I don't want all that text. Please only output the URL and no other text. I'm going to do this as an assistant. The results of this prompt should be a website link that starts with HTTPS and have no other text other than the website link. All right, let's try this. So I'm just going to run this by itself, and Tasker Android app. Oops, it didn't like that. Last message must be, okay, I got these out of order. Let's see, this has to be up here. So the assistant first, then the user. All right, run this module. Oops. User and assistant roles should be alternating. All right, so let's make this system. All right, there we go. As you're seeing, I'm not fuzzy on the roles still, so there, but we got it. That's what I want. Boom. All right, now we're going to Evernote. Evernote, create a note. All right, so my notebook is going to be resources. Let's see, we're going to do, where is my Evernote? Let's see, my notebook. It's going to be websites and software. There we go, websites and software. And the title is going to be my text I put in there, so you want it to be really good. And then I'm going to put my, let's see, I'm just going to put the URL in there. Let's see, this came from this one, choices, message, content. And I'm going to do a couple returns, and I'm going to go down here to choices, message, content. Now, it's got some markup in there. I'm curious to see how Evernote handles that. I honestly don't know. Oops, wrong one. It's got some, and it's meant to turn into stars, and like the stars into bold and the hashes into headings. So let's run this and see what happens over in Evernote. Let's see, choose where to start. Choose manually. Tasker Android app. Say, let's run that. Scooch this out of the way. Doing the research, getting the URL, adding to Evernote. So let's see here. Waiting for Evernote to update. Tasker Android app, there it is. So let's go full screen with this. And so, nah, it's got our, let me try one more thing here. Let's see, escape HTML characters? No. So I think I need a Markdown, HTML text. Let's see, maybe add a module. Markdown to HTML. Let's try that one. And my Markdown is going to come from number 3. Alright, so, and then I want the content is going to be from the, is going to be the HTML, because Evernote will take HTML if we escape characters and say no, don't escape characters. Okay, so let's save this. Choose where to start again. Choose manually. Right here. And let's run that. I'm going to delete this note so we don't get confused. Oh, Evernote didn't like. All right, so let's go in here. I'm going to say strip HTML. We're just going to put the text in there. I just want something I don't particularly care what it looks like. I want the content to be good, but this is having trouble with the HTML. Actually, I could probably do that with escape characters. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to strip it. I'm going to try this again. Is it going to run again? Yeah, it's going to run again because delete this other one. There we go. Still didn't like it. What's wrong? All right, we're gonna let's do this. Okay, run. It's running again on that same one because we hit an error. If it would have finished, it wouldn't have done that. So that's why I'm just hitting run, and it's just grabbing that same one. It's trying to complete that same one. There we go. That's what I want. And waiting for it to show up here. Oh, pushing the... Let's see. All right, here we go. Here's our note. Tasker Android app. It gave me a Reddit link, which I don't love, but I'm sure there's information there. It's an Android app that has that blah 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 blah. So it wanted to convert some sort of text here. But here's the end of the day. At the end of the day, this is what I want to do. I want to be able to search it. I want to be able to be like, say, like, you know, Android. Should say Android. Yeah, Android app, which it's in the title to automate, that kind of thing. So this is really all I want. I wanted some text to help me understand what it is. If I come here and I can Google it or go someplace else to get a link. But this is exactly what I wanted. And we've got, you know what, I don't know. I don't love it that I have to have this one here. And maybe I don't. If I had more time, I could troubleshoot that, but this is pretty good. So now I have this note in my second brain, and I can search for automate. Let me just do it here. And automate Android. So if I go back to my regular search here, I hit enter, boom, Tasker, automate Android. So that's exactly what I wanted in here with some extra content and stuff. So when somebody sends me something, I can just type it in and find it and see how it goes. Now what I want to do is see if it will do a URL. So I'm curious about that. So here's one. I just have text. That's a circle drawing tool. I'm going to copy that, and let's go over here to Slack. And let's just paste that in there. Not sure it's going to work the same way, but we'll see here. Let's run this one. And there's our text. So let's try it again. Let's choose where to start, choose manually. Let's do that one. Okay, and let's run it. Let's see what we get. See if we get some research. Choices. Oh, looky there. Yes, it just took the URL and found it. So let's go over here to Evernote. That's, here it is. This is the one we want. All right, so it did put the URL as the title, but that's what I submitted, and that's how it's set up. Here's the most relevant URL. That makes sense. Let's see, and if I'm looking at this, I'm going to say draw circle on map. All right, right there it is. Actually, I got it in there twice. This is the original one I did. Oh, no, that's we've done it twice here. Let me get rid of that one. So here's the one we just did, and it's got some information in here. And so this is really cool. This is really cool. I'm really happy about this. And yeah, again, it's not pretty. It's just quick. I got to get that idea somewhere where I can find it later. And so this is a scenario to do it. So I can type in a text thing, or I can put a link in. So very cool. Thanks for watching with me. And if you ever need help with Make, I have one-on-one calls we can do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.